He is God himself inside of you. And he wants to enforce the covenant that was written with blood. The blood covenant of Jesus Christ is that he sealed the deal in your relationship with him. And the power of God that came on the day of Pentecost starts to arise from within your depths. And then you start to live your life not for yourself anymore, but for him, which makes you want to worship him all the time. Okay, now here's the other thing that I've noticed in this generation. There is not a handoff. Have you noticed that in the Bible, the father had an inheritance, the family had an inheritance, and they served the children served the God of their fathers. And there was covenants made. So parents did it right, and then Moses said, now this is for an inheritance, so you have to transfer it to the next generation. So when Abraham built that altar at Bethel, Isaac went there and went to the same altar. But when Jacob was supposed to go to that Bethel, he defaulted to it because he was running at the time. He was tired. He fell asleep on a rock, which was probably one of the rocks from the altar in Bethel. And he fell asleep and he had a vision. And he saw the angels going up and down on a ladder. Okay? This is what Jacob said. I did not know that God was in this place. But he should have. Because his father built the altar there in Bethel. And Isaac went there. And guess who's next? Jacob. Jacob didn't know that God was in that place, but he should have. Because why? He had an inheritance. He had an impartation. And now someone can do great things for God, and there's no handoff to the next generation because no one can carry what that person was carrying. So the prophetic flow from now on is that we worship God, and God is going to move on those who worship him. And then it's going to laterally spread out all around you, and you're going to start to touch people. I'm not going to wait for a leader. I realized that my mentality of thinking that someone was going to come and do this for me, I realized that I have to do it. I have to make the move. And I worship God. I set myself apart, and I realized that his greatness caused me to walk on this earth with power. I mean, overcoming power. He provided the finances ahead of time, and he sent me to you. Period. Everything's paid for. Everything is already paid for. You should be concentrating on what God is saying to you. What is he saying to you? He's saying to you for the third time tonight, I got this. I got you. I got you. There's an impartation in the word that was sent. You've received that word. He's got you. Walk humbly before him in the fear of the Lord and help others. What does the scripture say? No good thing will he withhold from you, from those who love him and seek him. No good thing will he withhold.
And he is our King. He's mighty.